Hello, Audio Marks coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, CJ, Joe, and Jared. 3 out of the 4 horsemen of podcasting. 3 casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all the things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because our usual iPad is dead, and we're now using a new one with no bumps.
And he also almost called us the 4 horsewomen.
It's Rusev Day. Sorry.
Hello, Audio Marks. Welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life podcast. As you can see, we do not have our usual iPad because
Jimmy didn't
the
charge
Tully Blanchard of our 4 horsemen did not charge the iPad.
You made him Tully Blanchard. That's an insult.
At least he doesn't let drunk people wrestle. Arn.
Hey.
Hey.
It's his fault, not mine.
I am your reigning, defending, undisputed Marks for Life podcast predictions champion of the world, CJ.
Where I'm average Jared.
Oh, and this is KO Joe.
I'm your soon-to-be Mark's Life Prediction champion, Kevin Jones.
Get out of the studio.
I'm buying the KO shirt and blacking out the parts of the O to make it into a jet.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of work involved in doing that.
I will do it. What are you doing?
I'm eating.
Now we're on air.
It just happens. I'll mute myself.
Sounds like Paul Bunyan walking on tinfoil.
How do I mute myself?
The mute button.
I hit the mute button.
Oh my God.
Patrick.
You muted me.
Oh,
Unmute me. There we go.
so wait, which one am I?
We got to do some editing. We're 1 minute in.
All right, that's Joe.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm taking control of this.
All right, I'm muted.
Great. All right, I'm taking control of this. So we have a lot to get through. We're barreling towards Wrestlemania weekend, and there's a lot of news. Pretty much what we're going to do today is we would like to rebook Wrestlemania. We're going to break down the card. We're going to see what's confirmed, what's not confirmed. We're going to think about how we would do it better as far as the feuds. If there's something that isn't confirmed, we would say how we would want it to shape out. But first, just a couple housekeeping things. After Fastlane, we are all tied in the standings. We all have the same predictions.
Because the one match that was different was CJ picking Rey Mysterio, and they turned it into a Fatal 4-Way. We picked the same thing.
Yeah, we all picked Samoa Joe,
Put the
obviously.
kibosh on that.
So basically, these last 2 pay-per-views have been a wash, and it's just going to be Takeover and Mania, and that's going to be the end of it. And we'll see who's the champion, which will be me. Anyways, so to start out with the first piece of news, there was another Hall of Fame inductee or inductees. The Harlem Heat are now part of the Hall of Fame.
Can you dig it? Suck!
Booker T and Stevie Ray.
I think this is for sure an awesome decision. I mean, these guys are amazing.
Was Booker already in?
Yes.
Booker was in.
Booker's now in twice.
He came in the 2013 one.
Yeah,
I watched his induction.
Him and HBK are now both in twice.
And same with Ric Flair.
Right.
Well, Flair already was. I mean, in this year's class, it puts him and HBK in twice.
Right, that put it, yeah.
When I heard Harlem Heat getting inducted, my first thought was, wow, I forgot they were a thing. And then it came together. I'm like, you know what? This makes sense. It's like one of those inductions you wouldn't expect.
No.
No, my reaction more was, wait, they weren't in already?
Right, yeah. No, they're such a stay. I mean,
Definitely. It's just something that like I didn't think of at first for an induction, and then when it brought up, like, you know what? That makes total sense.
Do you think they're going to do the old promo? Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you.
I didn't exactly think of the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, like that was one. When I saw him, like,
man.
God, well, I mean, Intercontinental title, but he's the, all right.
Well, it was the thing with Hillbilly Jim.
That one
that
was a weird one.
ridiculous. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. How long was wasn't his speech like really long or something?
That's another thing. They're cutting the Hall of Fame to 15 minutes per.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, maybe they should have cut it last year so Kid Rock wouldn't have pissed everyone off. We would have gotten American Badass Undertaker at Mania.
Well, for what, 30 seconds when he squashed Cena after Cena was drinking a beer with the fans?
Yeah, but at least it would have been awesome to have him come out as American Badass.
It would have been.
That's fair.
I love American Badass.
Let's do it this year. He'll have no opponent. He'll just come out on the bike and leave.
Hey, we're rebooking. We'll get there.
We'll put Limp Bizkit in the Hall of Fame now. So it's like, all right, Fred, don't say anything dumb. We're 0 for 2 now.
Rolling. Damn it!
We're throwing Jim Johnston now. You're gonna pay.
So
Jim Johnson deserves to go into the Hall of Fame.
So didn't he left? He left
did leave.
WWE. Yeah.
CFO
And
Money
CFO
Star.
Dollar baby.
And supposedly he's looking to join AEW. I mean, granted, everyone that leaves WWE now is linked
But they're
with
doing,
AEW. It's just the name of the game.
But AEW has something going on with Downstate right now.
Do they?
Yeah, I was watching them. So that's the thing I love about AEW, the Double or Nothing. Because they just show the progress to the pay-per-view. They show the behind the scenes and the lead up and the build up. And this week they actually did Downstate, and Downstate was creating a new theme song for one of the wrestlers.
That does Miz's theme song?
I believe so.
I'm not sure. Well, it's kind of good they're showing like the behind the scenes and all that stuff because they have no build. They're not on. You know what I mean? Like they can't show how the feuds like come to be because so they got to show something. So that's very smart for them. It's a good substitute. So as far as the Hall of Fame now, what do we have? We have the Harlem Heat. We have DX, Tori Wilson, Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, and I think there's probably gonna be one more.
Was there anyone else? Did I get
Not
it?
yet.
That was it so far,
It's
right?
always confirmed. We need a celebrity wing, of course.
Trump? Oh, he's already in, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I was there when he inducted with that too.
Oh God.
Did I ever tell you that story? We booed him. We booed his wife. We booed his kid. Well, it was Ivanka at the time. Him, his wife, his kid. But we cheered the hell out of his daughter.
Oh my God. And that's how we get our explicit rating. Anyways. All right.
Mr. T in?
What happened?
Mr. T?
I would think so.
Mr. T is in it. Dolph Ziggler's theme song was done by Downstate too. Here to show the world.
Okay.
Show us what?
Yeah, that. Yeah, but I think those are the only wrestling ones that I could think of.
We're definitely going to need to find who the hell.
Oh, and I Am Perfection.
Oh, he did that one too.
You're so cocky,
I'm still
CJ.
trying to figure out the celebrity.
All right, well, you do that.
Celebrity Wing? Celebrity Wing, they also have, no, they don't have Cyndi Lauper, the only one that would also make sense. They have, fucking, Jim Carrey. Not Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey?
No, who's the other one?
I don't know.
The one that got Drew Carey.
Oh, yeah.
That one, that Carey.
The guy that was in the Rumble for like a minute.
Yes.
And then Kane came out.
Yeah, then Kane came out.
And then he tried to bribe him.
It's going to be Colin Jost.
Oh, God.
All right, that's a terrible idea, Joe.
All right, let's move on here. Let's quickly talk about Raw and SmackDown as we're barreling toward Mania. What did we think about the episodes this week?
SmackDown knocked it out of the park.
For sure.
I think that their build-up with Kofi is amazing.
Yep.
I love the callbacks to how Daniel Bryan's really
B+,
turning...
the
Yes!
B+, that was great.
I think them turning Kofi... like Daniel Bryan turning into the thing he hated the most is fantastic.
So good. So that is, I mean... For those of you that don't know, when I think it was Triple H that said it, right?
No, Triple H or Steph. I think it might have been
Triple H.
Steph.
I think it was Triple H. So when
Both
Daniel
of them.
Bryan was the underdog, barreling towards WrestleMania 30, Triple H basically compared Daniel Bryan to a B+ player and didn't consider main event material, and eventually, it happened. And now he comes so full circle. As Vince McMahon says, I was talking to Daniel Bryan in the locker room, and Daniel Bryan considers you, Kofi, a B+ player. That is so awesome. I mean, like...
And I like Kofi's retort to it, too, because Kofi's like, I'm not complaining. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I love this business. I missed so much, but I still am on the road and stuff. Just tell me what I have to do to earn it.
And Vince is the perfect... I mean, that's his character.
He's such an asshole.
But that's what he is. And
you just have to beat the guy that buried you 10 years ago.
And then this guy, and then this guy.
Oh, and this guy.
Yeah, oh, and hey, this one.
And the line of, you would never let a person like me be WWE champion. I'm like,
Booker?
What?
Well, yeah.
Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Well, we'll get to Bobby.
Oh God! So yeah, really, really fantastic. I mean, as far as Raw is concerned, it wasn't a bad show.
Why is Bobby Lashley the Intercontinental
There
champion?
we go. Let's get into that.
That's the problem here. I think they did it, and it doesn't make any sense. But I think they did it just to make sure that Lashley and Balor are part of the Intercontinental title match at Mania. I'm
hearing Demon Balor for Mania.
Yeah, and I'm hearing Demon Balor for against Taker. I'm hearing rumors like that.
We'll get to that as far as like the Mania card, but that is
just double checking.
That is the rumor.
Bite your ring finger off.
I'm just making you louder because you're very soft spoken, Joe.
Sure.
Wait, that might not be you.
Oh my God! Here we go
Jesus
again.
Christ! What I hear is supposedly they're gonna have Rush, Lashley, and Balor at Mania for the Intercontinental title. Maybe they're going to insert someone else. But I know when backstage when Lashley won the title, there was like photos of like Rush and Lashley like kind of like playfully, but not so playfully, like pulling the belt. So it's
I'd be good for a triple threat between the three of them.
Rush is amazing.
Yeah.
When you see Rush and Balor go one-on-one, wow. I mean, the two of them have amazing chemistry together.
Is this WrestleMania going to be the year of triple threats?
It's the year of multi-man matches, I'll tell you that
multi-man
much.
matches more and more every year because they want to get as many people on the card as possible.
See, if they just fired half the people, they wouldn't have this
You
problem.
can't do that. Anyways.
we still have a brain split to worry about.
Well, you also notice when you multi-man matches are always very good. I mean, it's
Is it
multi-man matches.
and you really don't need much of a build.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the multi-man matches, I think that also has to do with a lot of championships too. I think there's like
Yeah, you want to get everyone on the card. They know the people that Vince, Triple H. They know that when you make like triple threats, fatal four ways, the ladder matches, they always work. More often than not, they're successful. When you have the one-on-one matches, you're really relying on these two guys, their chemistry. No flips or you know what I mean. Like no side effects and side effects.
Matt Hardy, man.
Yeah,
let me follow up with that then.
Pun intended.
Is that showing lack of faith in just two people carrying it because of the star power?
No, I think it's just they've bloated each title scene so much that they need to just kind of.
I think that's
finagle everything.
that is a good point to bring up. I think maybe. I think it's a mix. I do think it's a mix. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Because look at back in granted, WWF into Ruthless Aggression, WWE, and even into WrestleMania, I'd say about WrestleMania 25. The amount of like multi-man matches weren't that high. They started to pop up probably around 27, 28.
Yeah.
And then you want to look at the star power back then. That was when Edge was at his height. John Cena, Big Show, Triple H, Randy Orton, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. You also had Stone Cold Steve Austin in there, The Rock, Kurt Angle. You had all these stars, and the WWE really hasn't been building them. So
WWE now, I feel, is deeper than back then, but not as talented at the top.
As talented or not as much star power?
Well, kind of going hand in hand. Like you have,
there's not enough box office appeal.
There we go. I think that's no
Could be.
No kidding aside.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
They have all the talents in the world, but they're all generic in a way.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of good wrestlers in WWE right now, but there's not a ton of great ones. And I think that if you looked back, there was no real in between. There was a good amount of great wrestlers, but after that, it kind of dipped, and you see those guys showcase all the time, and that made for great big pay-per-views for sure. But here it's a lot deeper. Not
everyone could be a Swiss Army knife like Roman Reigns.
Oh my God.
This is why I chose to wear the Brock Lesnar shirt today.
Like you look at like Elias, for example. He's good. He's not bad. He's good. But is he great?
No.
Right. And there's a lot of those guys, I feel. And
like Lashley.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the Almighty.
He's very big. He can do good things in the ring.
What else is he called beside the Almighty? I feel like he has other names besides. Oh, my man.
The Dominator.
I think let's go with that one.
The Dominatrix.
Oy. Oh God.
Probably dominates Leo.
So,
what else happened on Raw?
Well, I think
Braun Strowman and Colin Joust.
That's just forget that.
So
crap.
I'm telling you,
Get
that tag team match, man. Get Nicholas back for WrestleMania.
I feel that the biggest thing here, and we could talk about this until the cows come home, but McIntyre demolishing basically the Shield. This is very interesting. I want to see where they go with Roman on this. That's going to be very interesting because they made that right. Seth Rollins came in, Ambrose is fire, and then McIntyre just straight beating him, just finishing Ambrose.
Why do I feel like we're going to get Ambrose and Reigns against McIntyre and Corbin at WrestleMania?
I don't want that.
I don't want it either. But if there's what else is there for Ambrose to do?
I'm really curious.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
No, they're not going to do that.
Kurt Angle's final match.
We'll get to that in the Mania, stuff. But I'm curious to see where this all goes. I know we all have this debate about whether Ambrose is leaving or not. I still think it's a work.
We all know Drew McIntyre is going to have something to do with the Shield at WrestleMania.
Yes.
One-on-one or a tag team match is going to have something to do with the Shield.
McIntyre and Roman is not. I don't think that's going to happen. And I just feel that if Roman has, first off, if Roman has a one-on-one, it's going to be Corbin. And my reasoning for that, he's going to win in like 2 minutes and he's going to leave. That's number one. If it's a multi-man match, it's a different story. McIntyre is not. I don't want to say he's not bad in the ring. He's so good in the ring, but he's violent. And like that's how they book him.
But he's
And it's-
safe too.
He is 100%. 100%. But what I'm saying is, it would be like if McIntyre Roman, it would be a brawl.
Yes.
As it should be. But you know what I'm saying? Like when you're first getting back, I feel like you need to ease into it a little. McIntyre Roman would be gangbusters. It would be incredible. But when Roman just getting back, it would be a brawl. You know it would.
Didn't Roman do like a top rope plancha recently?
Yeah.
Okay,
He did.
so
did-
I'm not
he did a-
concerned much about his physicality anymore.
I just worry a
He
little.
did a lot more in that 6-man tag at Fastlane than I expected.
Yeah, I guess I
And
just
what did we
still
not
worry.
do, CJ? We didn't put Baron Corbin over.
All right.
I was right.
I just worry about Rome. I guess it's just like the paranoia. But he's just an animal. I mean, the fact that he's able to come. I mean, maybe he is really just completely like new.
I'd feel like I'd be more worried about Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns than Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. I'm not sure if you get that same feeling. I don't know. I feel like Baron would be more of a.
Baron would be but it's a foregone conclusion.
I just
though,
think
if he
he'd
gets
squash him.
Well,
just
yeah, I
he'd
think he would
squash
squash him.
And I don't think that would be a bet. Like if Reigns Corbin gets booked, there's only one way to do it. 2 minutes, you're done. And honestly, it would be great. I wouldn't hate it.
I would be
really
worried
good.
if they would do it like an even match. I
Right.
think that would show
If they dragged
Corbin
this out for
more.
15
I don't know
minutes.
how Corbin would do it.
Corbin won the most overrated wrestler and the worst gimmick at the Wrestle Observer Newsletter Awards. So that's
See, I really do think Corbin gets a bad rap because he does everything that's asked of
He's
him.
so overrated.
He does everything that's asked of him.
Why is he still in a suit?
Why is he still at the top of the card?
I think he's.
Baron Corbin is the new Kane. Here we go.
I think Corbin is honestly one of the strongest heels in WWE right now. Everyone despises him to the fullest extent of God, and it's not like the heel like I just can't like get off my TV. I want to change the channels. I want to watch you get murdered, and that's a good heel.
No, but the problem is that people aren't hating the character Baron Corbin. They're starting to hate the person Baron Corbin. People are like, he sucks, he can't wrestle, he can't do anything right. Look at him. When the reality is he's doing everything that's asked of him. He's not that bad in the ring.
I just want to know why he's still in a suit.
Well,
He lost his job.
maybe he just likes it.
I mean, he didn't buy any new clothes.
That I couldn't tell you. To be honest, that's good on him. He can wrestle quite well in it.
He became constable and threw out all his like other clothes. He's like, all right, Baron, you're fired. But this is all I have. Well, remember
He's
how
the
long
new Kane. I think he's the new Kane at this point.
Remember how long Ambrose used to wrestle in like full-on denim jeans?
He still doesn't do that anymore?
Cena has wrestled in jorts like consistently through his entire career.
Do you remember that one stage of The Rock's career where he just wrestled in like workout pants and a shirt? It was like when he was feuding with Mankind, and he's just got like the very low cut scoop neck V-neck and shit.
Remember the one promo The Undertaker cut where he was still supposed to be Ministry of Darkness, but he came out in like a sweatshirt and sweats?
Yes, I remember that
And I'm just
promo.
like,
This
Mark,
is
what the hell are you doing? I just woke up.
I forgot my robe in my dressing room. Bring my sacrifice.
Paul
out.
Bear is playing a prank.
He took my clothes. He will rest in peace. And he did. Rest in peace, Paul. Anyways.
Paul sent me to Springfield, Illinois, but he sent my suitcase to Springfield, Massachusetts.
Wasn't that Mark Henry? Someone Mark Henry? Yeah.
Can we also talk about speaking of Mark Henry, his thoughts with and this is gonna lead into it. Randy Orton and AJ Styles. I
Wow.
loved that promo.
Wow.
That was-
So yeah, let's jump into SmackDown a little bit because
Again.
yeah, like really like, wow,
It was a great.
came out of nowhere.
Beginning to end, yeah.
Came out of nowhere because all we had was just the backstage stuff. Styles would talk, Orton would show up, give him a little jab, walk away, and we're like, all right, we're getting into this. It's gonna be Styles Orton. That was probably that might be the best promo like the decade. To be completely, when do you ever
Of
see
the decade?
When do you ever see, just listen? When do you ever see between two people in a feud where there's no there's no you said bitch once. There's no like cursing. There's no like sick jabs. It's just pure facts, completely even. Now it's not going to be considered like that just because of like, look at this. This isn't a main event thing. You know what I mean?
But it's a main event level feud.
And just it came so far out of left field. Every word out of every one of their mouths was true.
Let's.
CJ's wanted to say a pipe bomb like the last 2 minutes.
The pipe bomb.
Well, I'm talking about between two individuals.
That's fair.
Like between two
I definitely think this promo tops is probably one of the best promos that we're going to have this year. for sure.
How about that Reigns Cena promo 2 years ago? Huh?
See, like
Of the past year.
but you see, that's what I'm saying. Like that was literally just Cena burying the poor guy. Like
this
was,
one, let's run down the insults. You know, Randy Orton brings up AJ Styles' career and saying that he was getting a tan with Dixie Carter, while he was main eventing WrestleManias and also winning championships at the youngest ever. You know, and then AJ comes out.
knockoff Diamond Cutter.
Knockoff Diamond Cutter and a pose.
Man, when he did the pose,
He's like, you did this.
he's like, you wouldn't have made it in my where I wrestled because this didn't work, and he just brings up the like that is so good.
And then he's like, you want to bring up knockoff, and you just see him do the click thing. He's just like, the wolf pet? Really?
How about this is my house and rents due, you son of a bitch?
That was so good.
It was so good, and it all makes sense because Orton's been the staple, and Styles calls it the house he built, and Orton's like, look what I've done. This is my house.
Come shake my hand.
Yeah.
I wish you would have done this. Like, you haven't even shaken my hand. I think that would have been the icing on the cake.
This was it
Or
was.
if AJ said, "What do you want me to do, Randy? Shake your hand."
Oh my god.
I would have loved that. I think.
Yeah, you can't do that though.
Yeah, well, you couldn't mention Paige's sex tape either with Xavier Woods, but Jimmy Uso did it.
Yeah, that was
fire. That was great.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm now instantly interested.
Oh yeah.
Like super interested.
I haven't felt something like this.
Styles doesn't re-sign, then Orton wins at Mania.
No,
You know what?
Styles is re-signing. Why are we doing this?
Not gonna lie, last time I felt something like this with like a Randy Orton singles match at Mania was against Punk at 27. I think that was really good. That build-up was insane.
It was.
And I thought that was
I'm trying to remember the last time Orton was in a decent singles match at WrestleMania.
God.
WrestleMania 27. WrestleMania 28 was against Kane. 29 was against The Shield. 30 was a triple threat, so I don't know if we can count that as a
He
singles
faced
match.
what was it? He faced Rollins at 31.
Oh yeah, and then there was 31.
with the amazing RKO
but
to
that
finish
build-up was trash.
I don't remember the build-up.
It was
he
was like half in the Authority and half not.
Yeah, I think
I liked it when Orton was slowly targeting the Nexus like a fucking predator.
that's what it is.
And then 32 he wasn't on the card. 33 was against Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
That was a great match.
Oh my god.
I thought the build-up was great, and then the match was literally lighting shit on fire is always a great tactic.
Oh, it was bad, and I didn't like any of it.
And we all saw it coming by way, like, all right, Randy Orton wins the Rumble. Now Bray's going to win the Chamber. There he goes.
Yeah, but we didn't know he was going to win the Rumble. Once he won the Rumble, we knew it was going to happen.
I was mad because I feel like they could have swapped it and would have been so much better. Have Bray Wyatt win the Rumble, Randy Orton win the title at the Chamber, and then Bray Wyatt wins the title at Mania.
I think the whole thing sucked, and let's just
Not what
move
we
on.
got. And Bray Wyatt has been on TV in months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But,
SmackDown, the Kofi spot, segment,
great.
and then
Do you know the
Styles and
stats
Orton.
with Kofi Kingston, or at least gauntlet matches? No one has ever beaten more than 4 people in a gauntlet match straight and won. Not even Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So legitimately, what do you think's gonna happen?
I think.
Do you think he'll win just straight up?
No, I
Right.
don't. I think there's gonna be some interferences.
How
here and
many?
there.
How many people does he need? 6? 5?
5. So it's
No.
Randy Orton, then Samoa Joe, then Cesaro, then Sheamus, then Eric Rowan.
And then Russ is 5, right? And he's
And
number.
I think Daniel Bryan might get involved if he gets to Rowan.
I think so, but I
You think Rowan's gonna be the last one?
Probably.
I think AJ's gonna get involved. I'm assuming
AJ's
Rey
gonna
Mysterio's gonna get involved.
AJ's definitely gonna cost Orton. That's not even like a debate. Then
Mustafa Ali might get involved to go after Joe.
Ooh, that'd be good. Because Joe,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Rowan's storyline injured him, but they've been having problems for a while. Joe and
I'm
Ali.
curious. All I could
Plus,
say
if
is
Ali wants the U.S. title.
That would be a good match.
all I could say is it's going to be good. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be really interesting to see how they do it. I'm sure it's probably going to occupy like half a SmackDown, probably.
Oh,
like the
I
first
would
hour,
love that,
second
though.
hour. Chances are. Overall, let's.
Can I ask you guys this
Yeah.
one question though?
Yeah.
So Vince brought up that Kofi will never be inducted into the Hall of Fame without the
yeah,
New Day.
Right.
What do you think of that statement? Do you think that's true? Or
I completely before this 100%.
Yes.
I 100% think it's true. It still might be true. I think that. See, it's so interesting because I think this is really just going to be based on how this feud ends. To be
Yes.
completely honest with you, so even if he wins, like if this really ends at Mania, and it's all about what he does with the belt. Assuming you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
he wins, let's see what he does. That's all it's going to be indicative of because. Yeah, 100%. If let's just say it ended here, you know what I mean? Like let's say he didn't win the title, whatever, he's going in with the New Day, 100%.
and that's the case with all three of them. I don't think even though like
So
Big E
gets that singles push.
I think all three of them are amazing wrestlers, even by themselves. I mean, you see
And I
what
think
they
they're
do.
great characters by themselves
100%.
as well.
I mean, they're great, and I thoroughly disagree with people wanting to break them up. I mean, I still think they're fresh. I really do. I think they're fantastic.
I think they interviewed Big E about breaking them up, and he said it's still possible to keep us together and have one of us go into a singles push. That's
And that's what they're doing.
right now.
I think that's what they're doing. Yeah.
And what's crazy is it's working. It's not like you see Big E and Xavier like fade away. They're around the whole time.
They're literally pumping up Kofi's accomplishments while Kofi's just standing there.
And it's genuine. Like, how often do you see like someone pump them up and then heel turn done? Like, this is legitimate. Their brother. I mean, it's
if
really
Kofi
great.
and Bryan main evented WrestleMania, I would love to see them put Big E as the U.S. champion and have
That would be cool.
have a New
That-
Year's
yeah.
celebration.
Big E
Xavier
could-
just goes into the tournament and wins the Cruiserweight Championship. No, I think that would get the Cruiserweight Championship.
Is he 205?
I thought he was.
I think he's over
He's
205.
like 208.
Yeah.
Xavier started eating some salad. Let's go.
Tip the scales.
But
We're gonna Buddy Murphy this shit.
what do you think will happen to Kofi if he gets a Booker T Triple H treatment?
Oh, that's
That's a possibility.
I really. Yeah, this is
That's
what
what's
happens.
scaring me right
This
now.
is what happens when you get to WrestleMania, and we're gonna jump.
AJ
But
Styles, Chris Jericho 3 years ago.
you get to see. I actually like that, but I actually liked when Jericho. I was like screaming at the. I'm like, pay your dues, pay your dues.
All right, fine.
Red Stew, bitch!
Yeah, I loved every.
All right, fine. Fandango versus Chris Jericho.
Try to have a good time. I was screaming when it was Styles, Jericho, and Jericho, and I'm like, pay your dues. You're not ready yet. It was oh god, it was great, but
That was a great feud.
It was.
Y2 AJ.
it was fantastic. The two of them really were fantastic. I feel like, and this is just what happens at Mania, you get the builds right, you get the right match, and Vince McMahon just says, you know what?
Fuck
you. That's what they do perfect example is Charlotte Asuka last year.
Oh,
How was everything building up? Fantastic. You get to the match. Perfect. And
John Cena, Bray Wyatt.
I thought. Oh my God, that was
fuck. I mean, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar last year.
That was trash.
It was just regardless of how you got there, it's the right match. Let's end it. Lesnar, but it's bleeding.
Becky, Ronda, Charlotte.
Well, let's see. How,
We're gonna get into that
This is
now.
all. So I want to quickly bring up some news about NXT, and then maybe we'll take a break, and then we'll jump into.
How do we take a
WrestleMania.
break? We have no bumps.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe I have like Joe ad lib for like 50. For like
Oh,
30
we're totally having that. All right. So, all right. I got how to do it. All right. So, NXT is shaping up to be really good.
Yeah, so I don't know if we brought up Ciampa. I think we probably have.
Yes.
On the. I mean,
yeah,
it's,
last week we talked about it.
Yeah, it's really a shame. 6 to 14 months. You know, the neck surgery. I mean, did he had the surgery? I believe
He did. He did.
Right. Yeah.
And this past week's episode, you saw Aleister Black and Ricochet defeat Ciampa and Gargano,
Yes.
and then in a callback to their May 2017 breakup at NXT Takeover Chicago, Ciampa was actually helping Gargano back up the stage. You see Candice LeRae helping him out, and then he's about to smash him through the
and
Titantron,
Gargano catches him.
and Gargano did it. I'm like, fuck yes,
This
is what we needed.
Yeah, it was incredible. It's just such a shame.
Every time we get a proper DIY breakup, Tommaso Ciampa gets hurt.
This is
Really? No joke.
This has been the culmination of what, 2.5 years?
No, this has been going on since Cruiserweight Classic of 2016. Because that's when they had their very first match.
But they still had like the respect. But that is probably the first time.
That's actually close to 3 years.
That's probably the first time where Vince McMahon and Triple H are like, wow, like these guys have chemistry. These guys are good.
And that led into their championship title win at NXT Toronto.
Yep. The breakup.
And they debuted the previous year in the Dusty Rhodes Classic,
Yes.
2015.
So I mean, it's
2015 or 14.
I think it was 15.
Yes, with Joe and Ballard, they won that year.
I think it's so sad. I'm curious to see what they do when Ciampa comes out, because it's like you got to finish it, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you got to finish it. So So these are some NXT spoilers that happened. This was
Spoilers.
that. So if you don't want to, shut it off now. Fast forward.
We know you fast forwarded anyways,
Yeah,
but
right.
now we're giving you permission.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So basically, Triple H wound up addressing like the state here of NXT now that Ciampa got hurt. A bunch of things in the card and they're shaping up. But the major thing is obviously what's going to happen now that Ciampa's gone. What are we going to do with the title? So the title was obviously vacated. Gargano still gets his shot. So obviously he's in. So how do you figure out who he faces? I believe it was a fatal 5-way.
It was.
Black, Ricochet.
You got this?
Adam Cole,
Velveteen Dream, and Matt Riddle, right?
Yes.
Correct? So they had a fatal 5-way, and Adam Cole won. So, which all makes sense because Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle are facing each other for the North American title. And then, another spoiler alert, I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think Ricochet and Black won.
They did win. They
did win
won
the
the
Classic.
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team
So they're
Classic.
going to face the War Raiders.
Where the fuck are the War Raiders?
They
been?
actually have been squashing. They just squash a bunch.
They
Got it.
squashed a couple local guys on that.
Yeah, they're just squashing people that are like, we're big, we're bad. And so we're going to be getting, as far as the cards thing to shape up, Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle.
Yes.
And then we're going to get War Raiders against
Versus Aleister Black and Ricochet.
and Ricochet. And so Adam Cole is going to be facing Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Who goes over in this? That's the crazy part.
I think. Well, I mean, that's
we'll save
for
that, but
predictions.
it's such a 50-50 toss-up.
And it's just that's why NXT is so good. And you know how I feel
We
about
haven't
NXT.
had something
but
like this for the NXT Championship in a long time.
it's going to be great because first off, everything that Gargano does on
Amazing.
is just. I mean,
Everything he touches is gold,
He's one of the best.
except for
wrestlers.
his belts.
He's one of the best wrestlers in the world. I mean,
And
let's just straight up
Ciampa's
say it.
Oh, and Ciampa's body, yes.
But
Boo.
The bank is not.
Yay.
The bank is closed for
I
holiday.
think one of the best things was like Cole and Gargano were like having like their talk to hype the match, and Cole basically like just outwardly says like, I'm gonna win. I have the undisputed era.
It's like, when was the last time you won anything?
Yeah,
really?
like we're all gonna get involved. Like he basically like said like we're gonna try to screw you. Like it was just because that's Adam Cole. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I mean it's the best substitute you could get.
Oh,
There's not-
definitely.
I mean
Because Cole is
and it's the
probably
one that
best-
makes the most sense too.
Cole
It's
is
the best heel compliment for Gargano.
exactly. Ciampa is he was the best at like those heel tactics and just breaking you down. But Cole's a close second.
I think
Plus that little tiff that the Undisputed Era and DIY had during the Dusty Classic.
that
can be
that's going to be
revisited.
tied in too.
Yeah.
And then another thing I wanted to bring up, we also have 2 other matches for this NXT Takeover New York.
Yes.
We have
I don't think they're confirmed yet.
they were confirmed.
Oh, they were confirmed. Okay.
Yeah, so we have a fatal 4-way NXT Women's Championship.
It is a fatal 4-way.
Shayna
Okay.
Baszler
I didn't know if
defending
it was
against
confirmed.
Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and
Bianca Belair.
And Bianca
I
Belair.
was I heard it was rumored. I wasn't sure if it was confirmed.
I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't. I don't know how to feel about this.
This is probably the biggest knock on the NXT roster, and it's not even like bad per se.
I think it's because they built up Baszler so much.
I think
The
they've
building of
gotten
the
very
horsewomen
thin.
Really hard
that
right
too.
I think they've gotten very thin in the women's roster in NXT. I think maybe we need to bring in Candice LeRae's fantastic.
The
They said,
injury to Dakota Kai hurt them.
yeah, I think
yeah.
again, nothing is bad in NXT. But if I'm looking at probably the weakest point, I think we need to start to
Rebuild the women's division.
maybe move away from Baszler a little bit if we want to get into the horsewomen stuff. I think we need to just start to move away. But we can't go back to people need to step up. Maybe this is the
They
chance
need to
for
do-
Belair to
Well,
step up.
well,
I mean,
let's
I don't know.
name some of the let's name some of the more prominent women of the NXT division. You have Shayna Baszler, Marina Shafir. I finally got the name right.
Marina Shafir, yeah.
Yeah,
Jessamine
Jessamine Duke, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair,
Candice
LeRae, Dakota Kai, and I'm gonna throw in another one, Mia Yim. She's being built up right now
She
as
is.
a threat, and
Yeah.
that's some scary stuff. And then they started to introduce new people that were feuding with the 4 horsewomen recently. There was like 3 other NXT women nobodies.
I heard about that's what's so great about NXT. It takes time to build these people. They take
when
their
they build,
time, right?
Yeah.
They don't rush it. They take their time, build them up, and they get there. And I know that needs to happen. And I'm hoping eventually we start to move away from Baszler. And this is nothing against her. I just think that she's done enough with the title. I'm hoping we could get a change. I'm hoping Belair wins.
I think Belair makes the most sense.
Because, I mean, Baszler again, and then Shirai and Sane probably may be part of the tag team.
They
division.
need to be part of that tag team division, personally.
So,
and then the last one we have is the NXT UK Championship.
oh, yeah, Pete Dunne against Walter. Oh, my God.
I think this is where Pete Dunne loses and then beats whoever wins the NXT Championship and just goes on to win the NXT Championship.
You think?
I would not be surprised. Unless
How
he
do
goes up
you-
to 205 Live.
How does Walter lose? You know what I mean? Like,
Eggs.
just, like,
But how does
How does
Pete
Pete
Dunne
Dunne
lose?
But
Pete Dunne's a monster. He's
but
like
Walter, this is going to be
But
good.
Pete Dunne is like a scary gremlin, like motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z. You don't
Yeah!
fuck with him.
that's what makes NXT so good, because every match, you're just like, they can all win. Like, you just... like,
Except
it's...
Aleister Black and Ricochet. They're losing.
Yeah, they lose. All right. Everyone else. So yeah, that's pretty much NXT. It looks really good, but yeah, the biggest news is obviously you're going to get Adam Cole filling in for Ciampa. The stipulation is the same. It was supposed to be Ciampa Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls.
I think that would have been a great thing too, because that's a call. I love callbacks. I
It's
love
all going to be good.
because that callback would have been to NXT Toronto.
You could have done Ciampa against Gargano in a eat my ass match. I mean, everything would have been amazing
No,
between
I'm
those
just
two
saying.
guys.
It's just
but
like,
no, you're right.
The
Yeah,
storytelling is amazing
It
with
is,
that
it
because
is.
that's how they won their first championship together.
Yeah.
And it just makes sense that it would be their last.
It's such a shame because I bet that probably would have been like my favorite match of like years. It's such a shame. But
Are you texting a girl, Joe?
Not important.
it's just me, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel my phone vibrate. Like, Joe, goddammit.
It's a winking emoji
All right.
with an eggplant emoji.
So we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna have Joe ad-lib a commercial, and then we're gonna take another
are?
break. Yep, ready, go. All right.
Go back.
No. Go.
I'm ad-libbing shit. Jimmy's gonna sit in it and stew. He can throw in a break later when he edits it.
Good work, Joe. Really proud of you. You're really carrying this. All right, so let's jump in.
You
Oh,
want me to ad-lib?
oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Your iPad charger, great when you're on the go, but not when you want to do a podcast, apparently, because you're gonna let the iPad die. If there's two things we know in this world, it's that iPads are never charged and that Roman Reigns doesn't put Baron Corbin over. Okay, great. Jared, back to you. Please have your pet spaded and neutered.
Well, I knew you'd come in the clutch for us, buddy.
Just like the Giants did when they disappoint me every single time.
Hey, this is a wrestling podcast, no football here.
Oh my god.
All right, let's jump into rebooking WrestleMania.
Redesign, rebuild, rebook. That is the name of the episode.
Yeah. If you want to just quickly look up like what's confirmed so far for the card,
yes.
if we could jump in.
So far, what's been confirmed is the Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar.
It's not Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman?
It is not Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, or Seth Rollins and Shelton Benjamin, contrary to what people believe. We have
The women's triple threat.
Yes, the Raw Women's Triple Threat match between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair.
I think that's probably going to dominate most of our time here.
Yes, it will. We have the... Shit, what else?
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. We have Kurt Angle's farewell match.
Yeah.
The two Battle Royals.
We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and the Vagina Battle Royal.
Yes, the uterus Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, the booby royal. I'm
And
with
then
you.
we also
Oh, no, we're
have...
talking about the trophy.
Yes. And then the Triple H versus Batista in a no holds barred match. And I believe that's all that's been confirmed so far.
I think that's it.
No tag team championship matches.
Nothing
has been
confirmed
Nothing
yet.
confirmed for the SmackDown Women's or the mid card belts. Oh, and then there's Buddy Murphy defending against the winner of the tournament for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes, it's looking like. Is it Gulak? Is that
No,
what
it's
they're
Tony
looking?
Nese versus Cedric Alexander.
Oh, Nese beat Gulak?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I don't know.
I didn't know.
I
what-
kind of
want
want
to be
Nese
Cedric
to
Alexander.
win. Huh?
But Alexander and Murphy just make
I'm
poetry
partial to
in the ring.
Nese because isn't he from Long Island?
He is from Long
Yeah,
Island.
so I'm definitely
remember,
partial.
what was
to
it? Jimmy and I went to a House of Hardcore event a couple years ago. We saw Ricochet versus Tony Nese.
I bet it was very good.
It was so good. And
Cruiserweights.
we were so for Tony Nese, and then Tony Nese lost. But like the best part is Ricochet, his entrance like the mics weren't working or the DJ station, so he ended up rapping his own theme.
Ricochet?
Yeah, like or beatboxing or whatever his way into the ring.
He's just amazing at everything. My God.
Oh, it was
Even his town is good. What is it, Paducah, Kentucky, or some Paducah?
What the fuck?
It's Paducah, Kentucky.
Yeah, like some.
Dookie, Kentucky?
Show you my Paducah.
Yeah, bazooka. I'm with you.
All right. So where do we want to start with
Well, I think quickly, like we could just break. Like as far as Rollins Lesnar is concerned,
this? Lesnar should have showed up more and just killed everybody.
right? Like that's just the obvious thing that Lesnar needs to be around more. But it is.
Lesnar shouldn't be champion.
It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll get to Rollins Lesnar.
Would we change the Universal Championship picture? Let's start with that. How would we have booked it instead of have? In all honesty, we could have.
Reigns winning at WrestleMania last year.
It's hard. Right.
I would have said Braun Strowman beating at Crown Jewel.
Well, right. We could. All of this culminates to Lesnar not being around, but he is, so it's kind of unnecessary to even like. The reality is, we're here. It's who would Lesnar face? I think Rollins is the right decision. The feud is right. Of course, the elephant in the room is Lesnar needs to be around.
Yes.
I mean, but it is what
The elephant in the room is when Daniel Cormier beats Brock Lesnar's ass in 3 months.
Calm down, Joe. This is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, seriously. No, I mean, it is the that's the elephant in the room. I feel like we've all just made peace with it. Let's just get to it.
Have we?
Do you
I
think?
haven't.
Do you
All right.
think
Well, you haven't.
Do you think the Shield is going to interfere
Yes.
to get Brock Lesnar out of the company?
Absolutely.
100%.
That's what again, this is where we just go to the booking WrestleMania. What should happen, what I would do is you have Rollins win due to the help of Roman and Dean.
Triple
I think
powerbomb to
Dean.
the announce table.
I think Shelton Benjamin's gonna show up. Shelton Benjamin gets his ass kicked by Dean Ambrose, and then you have Roman Reigns kick the shit out of Paul Heyman.
Are we gonna get could we get a Roman spear?
On Paul Heyman, yes.
Or on Paul or on Brock?
I want a Roman spear on Paul Heyman.
No,
Paul Heyman sells like no other.
Yeah, he does. He does.
You can have Paul recreate the Stephanie McMahon bump where you get speared through the table.
That short, chunky bastard is gonna take a good bump, isn't he?
He's gonna feel it for a while.
Roman, no, I'm the advocate. Call.
I'm just an advocate.
Don't, stomp him, Seth. Isn't that dangerous? Stomp him now.
All right, so it's not even rebooking the build. It's just we just want this at Mania.
It's just like, how does this he sound the right way? For God's sake.
Are you updating Skype?
It's an automatic update.
You nerds.
Lick my taint.
Wow.
Who uses Skype anymore? That's like tout.
Your mother. No, it's not like tout. God, don't even talk about tout.
You should have put that in the commercial. All right, we're gonna save the Raw Women's Championship for last because that's gonna take a
Yeah,
while.
course we are.
let's get to the ones that are like going well. Like, so let's talk about Triple H Batista a little bit. I mean,
I have no complaints.
I have no complaints either.
I have no complaints.
Give me what I want.
My only complaint is that I would have had Batista come back as the babyface.
I wouldn't.
See, I completely disagree. We did this before. Triple H was the heel. Batista was the face. Batista won every match, and
But
that was
he's so good as a whiny badass heel.
who Batista was.
Yeah.
I just think this is completely the way to go. This is why would you have him come back? It's so perfect. It's so perfect. Who the hell saw the Ric Flair thing? I didn't. I really didn't. I thought Becky Lynch was going to come
Here's
out.
the thing, though. How is Triple H going to prepare against Drax? You know, he'll
Yeah, but Triple H is
he'll
Blade.
stand so still that you won't even see him. He'll be invisible.
But Triple H is a vampire. He's Blade.
All right.
No, he got his ass kicked by Blade. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, Batista's not
I'm
Blade.
pretty sure he got his dick chopped off.
What the fuck are we doing?
I didn't actually see Blade Trinity. Who would actually watch Blade Trinity?
I did.
No, Triple H is in it.
I think I saw the first two.
Triple H is the chaperone, okay?
But the
He's
thing
gonna
is,
make
you
sure
saw
Batista goes on a field trip.
Triple H versus Deadpool. It was great. So
Triple H is going to mow down Batista with a school bus.
he is. I wouldn't book it any differently.
No, I really
love
wouldn't.
that promo.
Maybe
between
just
them.
a little less spit by Dave.
Give me what I want. You know what I want.
It's a
You
flood.
don't get what you want. Give me what I want.
Should have had a disclaimer in the crowd, like, "Oh God, it's in my eye, Jesus, Dave, give me one of them."
Was it in Guardians of the Indies?
Yeah,
Oh my
great
God.
yeah, it's it really has
It's
been
so
perfect.
good.
I mean, we wouldn't even need to get to a winner. We'll save that for when we predict.
AJ and Randy is doing fine right now.
Well, obviously after that promo, I'm really interested. I mean, these are the feuds that are really just doing really, really well right now as far as the confirmed matches go. I mean, Seth Brock is good for what it is. Styles Orton's been fantastic. Triple H Batista has been fantastic.
Who else we got? Buddy Murphy versus defending. The tournaments are always good.
Yeah, I mean that's been very good. I'm sure the match is going to be gangbusters.
Yes.
So let's. I think that's
Kurt
it for
Angle?
Right. So let's get into the unconfirmed stuff now. So Kurt Angle's going to have a retirement match. There's an elephant in the room here, and it's John Cena. I mean,
Or Samoa Joe.
There's a jorts wearing elephant in the room.
I just feel like there's no one else but John Cena.
Jason Jordan's dead, so he can't do that.
You can't do that. No, there's no one else.
I brought up Dean just to have him do something instead of a tag match, but
If you want to have Kurt Angle leave, you're gonna do it against John Cena. How can you not?
I was also hearing though Samoa Joe versus John Cena.
I was hearing that too. It did get debunked. I think what it's gonna happen is because you have Andrade, Mysterio, you have I think we're probably gonna get some sort of ladder match.
I thought you were about to say another Fatal 4.
No. I think we're gonna get a ladder match for that title because the IC title is probably gonna be a triple threat. I think.
What if we do like a triple Fatal 4-way? Andrade, Ray, Joe, and Ali.
I think that would be really
Unfortunately,
and then Truth in a non-ladder match runs in with a ladder.
No,
yes!
In the middle
Oh
of
my
the
God!
That would
Can he
be
come
good.
in with a table? It's like, Truth, you're not even in the match. It's not even a tables match. My bad. Dance break!
No, I really think that we're gonna get probably the 4 from the Fatal 4-Way plus Ali, maybe one more, and we're probably gonna
Rowan?
we're probably
Harper.
No.
Why? What is with you and the Bludgeon Brothers
Bludgeon
people?
Brothers,
God, let it go.
My dream-
Killian Dane.
My dream match can't happen because Eric Rowan's sucking Daniel Bryan's dick and Luke Harper.
Recyclable Rowan, leave him alone.
Recyclable Rowan.
And Harper still isn't back yet, but I would love to have the Wyatt family versus Sanity. Or
I
something.
want Simon Miller to be
that's-
in the ladder match.
Shout out to What Culture.
Yeah, shout out to What Culture.
So yeah, I really think that's probably gonna get. We're probably gonna get a ladder match. You could
IC title looks like a triple threat match between Leo.
Leo Lashley and Balor, where hopefully you see Demon Balor just
Kill everyone.
kill
Destroy
everybody. That's probably where you want to
For
go
a
with the
PG
IC
show,
title.
we want a lot of death.
Especially
It's also to like cut down the roster, survival of the fittest.
well, if Fox wants to get rid of PG, that's the way to do it. Have demons just start murdering people live on the air. Have Undertaker actually bury people. All right, good. Get out of there.
Another thing, Undertaker is rumored to have a thing.
This is a
Do
good
we
segue.
want Undertaker to have a thing?
This is what I want. This is exactly what I want. I
Him
want
to
a lot.
stay away.
I don't want a match. If you want to do something, you just have him kill Elias.
Can we have Elias open the show
Just-
and then Undertaker comes out?
However
and then,
you want to do it, have your whole ladies and gentlemen Elias, New York sucks for about 5 minutes. They do this whole thing where he gets interrupted anyway. You hear the gong, we get a tombstone, he walks away.
What
Perfect.
if Elias like comes out after like them singing "America the Beautiful"? It's like, let me give you the real rendition. Gong.
Perfect.
Shit.
Perfect.
What if we just have Kid Rock interrupt Elias?
Will you move on? It's not happening, my God.
I want a 50-year-old man in biker gear on my TV.
Not gonna lie, 50-year-old men in biker gear
And
is
not Orange
scary
County-
as
and
shit.
not
Have you ever
Orange
watched
County
Sons of Anarchy?
Sons of America.
That's
Them too.
That's gonna be the Undertaker's gimmick. It's like American Badass anymore.
It's going to be Trump's kids. Pardon me for the political rant.
Oh my God.
So,
All right.
yeah, that's really what I want from the Undertaker. Is there anything else you guys could think of that would be better?
Well,
So I
because
want-
we're not getting Cena Undertaker 2 because
I don't want a match. I do not want a match.
You know
if,
what
if
I want?
Undertaker's in a match, that Paul Bett's is going to die in the ring.
I kind of want, this is me rebooking Asuka's SmackDown Women's Championship because, in all honesty,
yeah. All right, so
I've-
let's jump
I've
in.
accepted the fact that Charlotte should belong in the Raw because it does
Yeah.
make sense, and I've accepted
100%.
that.
We'll get to
yeah.
that bill.
Asuka, in all honesty, should have said no one's ready for Asuka, and then I think Steph should have came as like, you know what? Screw. Like I think, in all honesty, we should have had. You remember how there was a battle royal back at WrestleMania 24? Winner got to
jeez.
challenge Chavo Guerrero for the ECW championship.
Now,
Yeah,
I think they should have had something like that with the women's battle royal, and the winner challenges Asuka. And I think that would be a great way to tie in the pre-show with the main show as well. I feel like that'd be the best way.
Well, where we're going, again, nothing is confirmed, but where we are going is Sonya, Mandy, and Asuka in a triple threat.
That is still better than Lacey Evans, Asuka.
Anything's better
It
than
is.
Lacey Evans.
We've shot away from Lacey Evans. Nothing wrong with her. It's just I don't know what they're doing. It's just
She's turning into
But, like,
Emelina
this-
at
It's Eva Marie, Emelina, Nightmare.
But,
So
like-
she is she's not
Yeah.
bad in the ring, so I don't know what the hell they're doing.
They could have also, like, the thing is, you could have had an NXT call-up win
That-
the Women's Battle Royal, and then you could have had Shayna Baszler versus Asuka.
And that is where. So that's where we are. We have Sonya, Mandy, and Asuka. I'm very disappointed.
Got injured.
I'm-
It seems
yeah.
like this was an Ember Moon spot.
I'm
This
very-
was.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. We knew it was coming. We knew that Ronda, Charlotte, Becky were going to go to Raw, and this was Asuka's division. But we knew how thin it was. Well, yeah, what I would have done, CJ, is I would have called up maybe Sane, Shirai. I would have had one of them represent NXT and fight Asuka. That's 100% what I would have done.
I would have picked Shayna personally.
I just think because she had the title, it would have been less. I mean, maybe she
Shayna,
could drop.
That's what I'm
drop
saying.
the title,
Shayna
right.
drops it and then beats Asuka at Mania. I don't know.
Or you could just do a champion versus champion.
That would have been
That would
cool
have been
too.
good. Yeah,
That would be great.
Right, just for you could do non-title. I mean, I think NXT should have been fused here just because of how thin the roster is. Mandy Rose and Sonya have improved. I think Sonya is much stronger. Sonya's very good in the ring.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Oh, she's great.
As long as the ring skirt doesn't interfere, Mandy should be fine.
Yeah, Mandy
Ring
is.
skirt on a pole match.
Mandy's a good talker, honestly, but she's not. She's got to learn the ropes, literally.
Do you think that they should break up Sex and Violence?
Sex and violence.
I'm sorry. I've been watching so much What Culture, and I love
Yeah.
Sex and Violence over Fire and Desire.
It's just Sonya. I just think Sonya's so good. I really do. I'm
Yeah, but
a
her
big.
promo skills need work.
Well, how would you know? She barely even speaks. I think you need to give her. I think she's
I think
really good.
EC3 should be their manager. That would be great, though.
They had a backstage thing at Fastlane
Yes.
in the pre-show, and Sonya actually was very good. Sonya was doing all the talking. I thought she was
Leave
very
her
good.
alone.
Yeah,
You know what?
EC3 lost to Tyler Breeze on main event this week.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, those are the dark times that EC3's in right now.
Good lord.
Remember when he got called up? We were all excited. He's back to Derek Bateman territory.
Oh my god.
So I
He'll
mean,
win the Andre Battle Royal.
he needs Dixie Carter.
yeah, it's disappointing what's going on with Asuka. You kind of see coming just with the thinness of the roster.
I think after Mania, it's gonna be a lot better for Asuka.
We're gonna need a call up. We're gonna need something.
We're
Asuka
gonna need a
versus
change.
Trish. Asuka versus Trish.
That would be fine.
It would, but I'm trying to get some continuity on the roster.
That
we
too.
need some people. We need where's Nikki Cross? Like we gotta get. You know what I mean? Like
She's there.
right.
She's
Like we
there.
gotta get something here. We need a juxtaposition as far as.
Oh, yeah.
We could have Selena Vega show. She's very good. You know what I mean? Like we gotta do something.
Show up.
Oh, God. I'm trying to actually get
Zelina's
good
actually
booking.
taking time off to go
she?
on her honeymoon.
Oh yeah, Zelina and
Oh, really?
Alistair.
Yeah.
So what's Ricochet gonna do without his tag team partner?
I
Yo, you know what?
Get
It looks
murdered
like
by
they
the
might-
War Raiders on his own.
They might lose two. Unless he's taking off for the next couple weeks, but like it looks like that after WrestleMania, Alistair's gonna be gone for a little bit too. Him and Zelina. So
Ricochet's
like,
time to shine.
yeah, he's gonna lose 2 straight matches.
If I see him in the cruiserweight division, I swear to
I
God.
think Ricochet would be the best challenger at Lashley's Intercontinental Championship.
Could be. Definitely could.
Or-
I mean, we'll see if Balor, Ricochet.
Oh.
All right. Oh.
We're not even
Oh.
going to script this guy.
Oh.
Speaking of tag team matches, we
Yeah.
had the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
I think SmackDown, we're definitely just going towards Usos Hardy Boys.
I think them
I
versus
love
in
it.
a ladder match would be much better than the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way.
Could be.
TLC 3, let's dig up the Dudleys.
I just think that
They're dead.
I just want to see something completely new. Like I don't need to see the bar again. You know what I mean? Like
Barty Bar.
I think we're probably gonna because like you guys said, you got to get everyone in.
He said that, not me.
Well, just
Honestly-
it is true.
Honestly, TLC 3 with the Bar, the Hardys, and the Usos would be fucking phenomenal.
It would.
100%. It would be
I
phenomenal.
would rather.
Where the fuck's sanity? Excuse me, but where is sanity? You have one of the strongest. Yeah, I'm doing this. You have one of the strongest strongest groups in WWE, NXT. These guys are amazing. When was the last time we saw them? I don't even know. Anyone want to give me a date? No one wants to give me a date. What the fuck are we doing? They're on Twitter talking about how unhappy they are. They are so good. But no, all we get is Sheamus and Cesaro fucking ice shamey. Jam down our throats every time. Why couldn't Sanity be that heel faction standing in Kofi's way? No, we just get the fucking bar again. What are we doing? They're so good. Killian Dane's an amazing athlete. He's been in singles matches in NXT. Eric Young, Alexander Wolf. These guys are incredible. But no, we get this bullshit.
Oh, it was only a matter of time.
You know what's great about all this?
So I would put Sanity in.
Miz and Shane have more tag team title runs.
So did Heath Slater and Rhino. So did
Yeah,
Jason Jordan and
there's
Seth
a
Rollins.
confirmed match we got to talk
I
about.
know.
Oh my god.
And actually, don't worry. Killian Dane's going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's been years in the making. He's going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Will you stop?
I don't even. It honestly, like, I can't even handle it. I get so angry about this. They're so good. I just
That
don't
needs
know
to
what
be
the
a commercial.
see,
Jimmy, we know you listen. Make that a commercial.
I was waiting. Like, I thought when I mentioned the Wyatt family versus Sanity at Mania that rant was going to happen. And when it didn't happen, I was a little confused.
I'm just so done. I'm so done. Why is
there no old lady coming out and be like, "Excuse me, we're trying to study"?
Vicky Guerrero?
I would have just turned around and be like, "You tell Eric Young to get in this ring."
Who is Eric Young
right now?
Exactly.
I just that's how I'd rebook a lot of things.
I think, in
involving
all
Sanity.
honesty, I would like that as a triple threat between the Usos, the Bar, and Sanity, and build that as your tag team division.
What do you do with the Hardy Boys then? They're gonna.
They
be
should
involved.
leave.
They should leave.
Or go
Matt
to Raw.
Hardy's in the greatest shape of his life.
I swear to fuck, there better be Sanity
And it's
involved.
been weird.
I know there won't be, but there really needs to
Matt
be.
Hardy has posted a YouTube video as Big Money Matt, and he posted an Instagram photo as Matt Hardy version 1.
Sanity hasn't even been on TV. Like, I just don't even understand. It's not even like they're on TV and sucking. They're just not on TV. What?
Telling you what, Royal Rumble next year, Matt Hardy pulls a Mick Foley. Woken Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt, Matt Hardy version 1, all into the Royal Rumble match.
And then Hardy Boys Matt.
But like Sanity isn't even on. Like how do we not just
trying.
inject
I'm really
them in?
trying.
Like the Usos are like talking about who they could face at Mania. Talk about the Bar, the Hardy Boys, the New Day, but they don't even bring up Sanity. How do you not?
What was the last time we saw Sanity in a prominent match? The tag team elimination match at Survivor Series.
No.
The second one eliminated.
They weren't even there for that.
They were, I think, like right after Steph and Triple H was like, we want to do new matches, we want to get everyone involved. I think Sanity showed up that week on SmackDown. That was it.
I think the last time we saw them was...
Well, no, because I remember a backstage segment with like the Usos hyping up the tag team division. I remember Sanity being there.
They weren't there.
Yeah, I don't think they were. I think they just like sit in a fucking room and just watch.
It was
Looking up Survivor
Usos,
Series,
it was New Day,
I know the Good Brothers. were there.
Colognes...
Oh, I think, Sanity was in Survivor Series, I think. Yeah, I'm just talking about, I know they were around afterwards. I think that whole thing with the speech about how we want to get new matches on the card or whatever, they showed up that day
They
on
did,
SmackDown.
with Good Brothers.
Yep, and that was it. Done.
And I think they lost to the Good Brothers.
Oh, my God!
And the Good Brothers are leaving, so that's even worse.
But you see, there's a difference here. The Good Brothers are 40 years old. They've been no. I'm finishing this. The Good Brothers.
I thought it was finished
The
already.
Good
Same
Brothers
here.
are 40 years old, and they wanted a relaxed schedule. If they want to leave and they want to do more stuff, that's fine. But we knew they were going to have a decreased schedule. What the fuck are we doing?
You want me to really push him over the edge?
Yes.
You know who's been given more screen time than Sanity recently? The Lucha House Party.
Oh my fucking God. Fucking Lacey Evans is more screen time. All right, let's move on.
Can we get the
Raw
Lacey
Tag
Evans
Team
theme song as a
Championships.
bump?
Raw Tag Team Championships.
Every
All right.
time we like have a lull in the show, we just play Lacey Evans theme song.
Yes. Raw Tag Team Championships. The Revival shouldn't even be on the card at this point.
Why?
Who are they gonna? Their biggest challenges are NXT imports.
When this is a legit. When does the guy whoever is hurt from AOP? When's he coming back?
I don't know. He's still injured.
Still? Shit.
He's not
Yeah.
coming from Andy, that's for
And
sure.
then who are you gonna have? Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, the Canadian Alpha? No, you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have fucking Lucha House Party. The only legitimate
I don't know what
challengers
you're gonna
to the Revival,
It's NXT people.
yeah, heavy fucking machinery that isn't even tied to a brand. Aleister Black and Ricochet, which aren't even a tag team, and
Honestly,
Aleister Black's leaving for a little bit.
Hawkins and Ryder.
You have fucking
Get the
Major
fuck
Brothers.
out of here.
Hawkins and Ryder.
Where the fuck is Titus Worldwide been? They should never have broken that up. That was the only thing they had going
Hey,
for
Apollo
them.
Crews got to have Kurt Angle's last match in Pittsburgh with him. Why it was Apollo Crews, I have no idea.
I think it's just because that was Apollo
And in
Crews'
that,
idol.
in that moment, I heard Apollo Crews' theme song and thought it was Jason Jordan's. I was like, oh my god. But I'm like, no. Apollo Crews,
I
false
just
alarm.
the Raw Tag
just-
Team
yeah.
There's no room for them on the card. There really isn't.
They're going to be on the pre-show. It's
They're
going to
not
be pre-show.
even.
They're going to be on the card, right?
I
It's
don't
gonna
think
be some
so.
random
You have
multi-team match on like the pre-show.
Yeah.
I would rather have the Revival. This is where I'd have a unification match. Have Revival versus the Usos in a unification match at Mania.
Oy.
There's too little tag teams.
On Raw, you gotta bring. You gotta. Maybe they bring up Undisputed Era after Mania.
I don't know. I don't know.
They just. We need
What-
just
what if
more on
Heavy
Raw.
Machinery just wins the titles at Mania?
Wait,
What?
who? What'd you say?
What if Heavy Machinery just wins the titles at Mania? Because they're like having to mow
So-
through every like low tag team in the division.
Yeah, who
I'm-
they moved through? They moved through.
The Ascension, the B team.
Oh yeah, fucking
And-
Ascension and B team.
And Ryder and Hawkins.
Yeah.
How did? Yeah, it's fuck the Raw tag team division.
And I might be in the minority. I'm not liking how they're using Heavy Machinery. They're making what is
No,
it? Tucker,
I don't either.
Who's Tucker Knight?
Oh,
Right?
Otis.
Yeah. Well, when Tucker Knight's the name of the other, they make Tucker Knight look like an absolute idiot in the ring. Like he's the guy that gets his ass kicked, and then Otis just runs in, murmurs garbage. They bully him. He does his like whatever it is, caterpillar, and we're done. I'm not enjoying it.
We could ask Luke Gallows how he feels about this because this is basically the retreading of Jesse and Festus.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. I mean, I'm very the whole Raw.
Only
yeah.
the taller guy is Jesse in this scenario.
Yeah, the whole thing's very, very, very disappointing. I mean,
Speaking of disappointing,
well, let's talk about Miz and I do want to get to Miz.
you
and
do
Shane.
want to get to.
Well, just quickly because I forgot about this other confirmed match as far as Miz and Shane, which again I would not change a thing.
I wouldn't either.
Would not change a
nothing's
thing.
been wrong
I think
with
it's
this.
great. Miz should win. Shane should never win another match.
He is just such a good heel. I mean, you have the guy on SmackDown announce his name 4 times, like
Announce
the
it
right
as
way.
the best in the world. Announce it with more passion.
Thank God we finally got at least some sort of payoff to the Crown Jewel mess. I mean, it's just.
What about Brock Lesnar?
I said some.
Hey, we got 2 Wrestling Observer awards out of it.
I said some.
Worst match and worst pay-per-view.
I said some. I just yeah. The
But
just
we got the return of Shawn Michaels.
I said some.
Why don't we do Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania?
Please stop. Just stop what you're doing. Can you stop what you're doing,
Kurt Angle versus Kane?
guys?
Kurt Angle versus Sting?
CJ, I'm going to tell you off air the storyline I pitched to Jared on Monday night because it shouldn't be said on the airwaves.
No,
Well,
say
you
it on the
already
airwaves.
you just brought it up.
No, I'm not bringing it up.
Do it.
No. It's,
Little shit. But
gonna-
yeah, Shane and Miz, that's gonna be a great opening match.
Yeah, very well. Might
I think
open.
so.
It's been really good. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
been really good.
Can we have Shane's kids get their asses kicked by Mom No Sky?
I'd be okay with that.
It's just I think there's a lot of refreshing storylines.
Yes.
You know, like we'll get to the negatives, and there's a big one. But like honest, I feel like majority of the buildups have been quite good.
I think so too.
I really, really do. I think
Still
that-
3 weeks to fuck it up.
right, but I really do think this is shaping up to be one of the stronger manias in a while.
I
I
think-
really, really believe
And
that.
then you also have Kofi and Bryan, which
Right.
their buildup has been fantastic. And
yeah.
thank you, Ali, for getting injured. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you literally gave Kofi the opportunity of a
yeah,
life.
who would have thought? But
And I think this would have done so much better than Kevin Owens versus
Brian,
Bryan.
yeah.
I think this is so much hotter than
I
that
think
program.
that's where they were going
Originally, yes.
Well, now
Initially,
here's the new question. What does Kevin Owens do at WrestleMania?
I'm hoping for Sami Zayn. I know it's short notice, but you don't need a lot of build. I'm really hoping for Sami Zayn.
I personally want
Or do you insert him in the U.S. title?
That's what I was. I
In-
want a
as part
singles
of-
match between Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe for the U.S. title. 'cause
No, you're not gonna get that. Because
No,
what are you gonna do with Andrade, Mysterio? What are you gonna do with
Battle
Ali?
Royal. That's what you do with everybody
Nah,
else.
you don't. I'm
You
seeing-
can have Ali win the Battle Royal.
that ladder match is
Or
looking more and
Andrade.
more. That ladder match is looking
Yeah.
more and more likely, especially now that you said Owens. There's your 6, and you got it.
Well,
I'm
the thing is,
expecting the
Kevin
ladder
Owens and Samoa Joe have history together.
match. You could still get to that.
I
but
think they should get to that. Like Samoa Joe screws out Kevin Owens, and then they feud into.
I would do that. But as far as WrestleMania, look at all these guys. I mean,
yeah.
You have so now you have Andrade, Mysterio, Truth, Joe, Owens,
Ali.
and Ali.
Ali, yeah.
There's your 6. There's your ladder match. And guess
Or-
what? It's gonna be great.
How
Yeah.
about Bray fucking Wyatt.
Oh, I don't even. I've made
he
peace
wins
with
the
that.
he wins the
He's retired.
Royal. He wins the battle royal. There you go.
Fine, whatever.
Well, no, it's gonna be Killian Dane. Goddammit.
Oh God, don't even get me. I've just made
right.
peace with the fact that Wyatt's just like retired.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
But he made those cryptic tweets.
So unless anyone could let us know about any other matches, I think there's one more to get to. Is there anyone else that we need to talk about?
I think
we-
that's
I think we got everything.
it.
I think
Hold
we
on,
got it all.
wait.
I think we got all the like anyone involved, like what we talked about,
And the
what Ro-
possibles and everything like
what's
that.
Roman and Amber's gonna do, what's
Oh!
KO gonna do.
Braun Strowman.
Well, we briefly.
There's a negative right there.
yeah, I don't know what the hell we're doing.
All right, let me see.
We don't know it yet. Let's
Yeah, we haven't missed anything. Yeah, Styles Orton, Shane Miz, Kurt Angle, Triple H Batista, Cruiserweight title.
We talked about
Lesnar
NXT.
Rollins.
We just didn't talk about the
NXT.
elephant in the room. The first ever women's main event
Oh,
match.
boy.
What if Brock just main events?
Oh,
What if Brock
boy.
pulls a power move
Well,
like the day
that's.
before Mania?
Let's
Just-
assume
That would
this.
piss me off. That
Let's
would piss me
assume
off.
this is the main event.
They deserve to be in the main event.
Okay.
They deserve a great build, and they didn't do it. They kept fucking it up. And you know why they fucked it up? Because they kept putting... All right, Becky coming in to announce that she on Raw was a fantastic moment for her to announce, you know what? I'm challenging you, Ronda. Fuck you. You know, and Charlotte easily could have gotten into the match by just, like, sucking up or just being like, hey, I did, you know, just... If I beat Becky, give me into
You
the match.
could have done the same, exactly what Vince did, only just not replace.
Yeah,
Just be like,
had her in.
Becky, you're not good enough. Charlotte Flair, done,
Becky, you were never even in the match in the first place. Charlotte was the last woman standing.
done.
Exactly. It's so fucking convoluted with suspension,
Triple
with
H, you
fucking jail, with fucking fines,
Yeah.
with all this fucking bullshit.
Being
Why is-
on TV every show. They're all Charlotte and Becky have been on Raw and SmackDown every week for how long
Why
now?
the fuck is Dana Brooke getting involved? Why is Ronda Rousey a heel?
Oh, poor Dana.
It's
poor,
just
poor Dana.
none of this was needed.
None of this was making
None
sense.
of this was needed.
Why does Becky have to earn it twice?
If you wanted to make Ronda heel, that wasn't the worst idea, just because of how much everyone loves Becky.
Well, why is she doing breaking kayfabe?
Terrible.
Why is she
Awful.
saying
When
wrestling
she has-
is fake?
And
What
she
the
has
fuck?
so much love for the business. She in real life, she
She
has so much
literally
love for
took
the
the
business.
name of one of the most respected men in the business,
On-
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
It's-
And now it's
it's-
Rowdy Ronda Rousey. And now it's Rowdy Ronda fucking bullshit.
It is. I 100%
Like,
agree.
what the
Like I can't
fuck?
even consider this a rant because it's all justified.
It's
like,
so bullshit.
They had it.
How do
They
you cool off
had
Becky Lynch, the hottest star in years?
They had the match. All you had to do was get there and done.
You could have simplified it. You know,
Hey, Triple H, you let my father get the shit kicked out of my Batista. You owe me.
yeah, literally, you could have done that.
You
Like,
could have. There was. Did we go out? Oh, hey, hello.
there you go. But it's such bullshit.
Yeah.
You could have just, literally, it's so simple to build a fucking match. Why does it have to be so, like, complicated?
Or
This
you,
is-
you simply have one of the two, Charlotte or Becky, wins the Rumble. Then they face each other at Fastlane.
Yes.
The one wins gets the title shot.
Exactly.
I honestly wouldn't have even had them face off.
I
just-
would have had Vince McMahon come in and be like, screw you, Steph and Trips. She was the last one in the match because Becky was never entered in the first place.
These are the two. This is kind of how I would have done it. If you want to, we'll like kind of go down the line. Of it.
Yeah.
So, there's a few ways I would have because I remember we talked about it like when Becky won the Rumble or maybe even before the Rumble, we were like, there's so many ways you could do this the right way. Like there's so many ways you could do this, and they picked the worst one. But
Yes.
my ways would have been you could have Becky or Charlotte win the Rumble. I think you could have worked that out however you want. If you have the Charlotte way, Charlotte wins the Rumble. You could add it underhand, however you want to do it. Becky you could kind of do like the Daniel Bryan, the Kofi Kingston thing. You could make us wait, hold her out of things, keep that injury, hold her off of TV.
Or actually suspended.
Right. God damn it. Okay. If you wanted to suspend her, keep her off of television. Make us want her. Okay? You could have her win a match. You could have had her face Charlotte. That's how you insert Becky. Or you could have done something at Chamber. You could have done a lot of things. You could have inserted her in. That's how you do it that way. If you want to do it the juxtaposition the other way, you have Becky win the Rumble. Then it's just very simple. What Vince did with Charlotte, don't make it a replacement. Make it just an addition. Done.
I'm going to agree with that. Like, I think it was all fine at the Rumble. And I think that...
Yeah.
And I think what Vince could have done easily is... Charlotte, you
get in.
deserve to be in the match because you were fighting. You were there the entire time. and Becky was never inserted. Who the fuck gave Fit Finley permission to put Becky in the Rumble?
Yeah, when
Right.
Finley had that kind of
Yeah,
power.
exactly.
Right.
And had that. And then you can have Becky and Charlotte do promos on SmackDown. You can even have Charlotte go after or not even do it right away. Have Charlotte go after Asuka at Elimination Chamber.
Sure.
And have Ronda fuck over Charlotte just because. Should have had Ronda fuck over Becky. And then this would have been great. Charlotte and Becky, Fastlane. Charlotte and Becky versus Asuka and Ronda. And then
Oh God.
That would've been
Jesus Christ. Hello.
you're still on air. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't hear anything.
I
don't
hear
We
you.
hear you perfectly fine.
Really? I don't hear myself. Now I hear myself. That's
We
weird.
hear you completely
No,
fine.
because the headphones weren't in.
Ah.
But
So I don't hear myself, but you guys heard me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But like you
We're
could have
leaving that in,
easily
too.
integrated Asuka into that as well because she's starting to become a big part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you wouldn't even had Ronda as a heel, be like, I respect Asuka. I want
Right.
to be her partner.
So this is the other piece. I agree with the heel turn, and my reasoning is just because of how much people loved Becky initially.
And she's very natural as a heel.
It made
Yes.
sense. I mean, Ronda got angry when she gave everything for the business, and they were cheering when Charlotte kicked her ass. Everyone wanted Becky. You wanted to turn her heel, fine. This is exact. So we talked about the Charlotte Becky thing. This is to the T what I would have done with Ronda, and it's very, very simple. Kill people, shut the hell up.
and you could even say, fuck you guys for supporting them while I'm busting my ass. I don't care anymore.
I
I'm
didn't
just gonna-
mind the whole damn your fantasy, screw the woo.
No, that's
whatever.
fine.
That was fine. Do that, kill people, and shut the hell
You
up.
don't have to break kayfabe. Just go into
Don't
random
be-
women's matches and just
Kill.
bust.
Kill.
Murder.
Death.
Murder.
Don't be having a social media war on Instagram calling out Becky by her real name.
Or
and-
calling her a ginger
and
crutch
the,
bitch.
And the bad thing,
Or
and how
ginger
the
crutch,
armbar's not even real. Just shut up. It's so stupid what they're doing. Just because she's out, she was part of UFC, which is obviously tougher than the WWE. You don't have to just bash people. This is what they do with Lesnar. This is what they do with everyone that comes in that's a foreign commodity. They had it. You wanted to keep her a face this whole time. You see Becky's reaction. You turn her heel. You do it with respect to the damn business.
Yeah, I think that WWE is doing themselves a disservice
100%.
with this.
100%.
And again, there's so many other avenues they could have went. Charlotte sucks up and gets in, or Charlotte gets added because she was the last woman in the Rumble match. Technically, you could have had her suck up to Triple H after Batista literally kicked the shit out of her father.
Yep.
You know,
she still hasn't acknowledged on television.
which you
Yeah,
could.
that happened. She comes out the next night on SmackDown and just cuts her usual heel promo, and that's it.
Or
Also,
you could
didn't
have.
Flair just
You
have surgery?
didn't have to have her. You could have had her against Asuka. At Elimination Chamber, Ronda screws over her, Charlotte, and then Charlotte's like, "Give me a match against Ronda. She's fucking me over now."
You know what you could have done? That it just sort of, if you had Charlotte win the Rumble, you could have Becky come out and actually get stopped. Like Vince McMahon shows up and no, get to the back. We're sending Lana in.
Yes.
Charlotte squashes. Everyone boos because Becky lost her
And then
chance.
you just see Charlotte just toying with Lana. Lana's just lying down on
Mm-hmm.
the ropes, and you just see her slowly just grinding her heel
and
into
do
the
it.
ankle.
Don't even have Becky show up. Have her win. That would have been so good. It
That would have been good too.
So much heat. And again, you have Becky insert herself, which we already talked about how that could be done. It just...
It was so
They
much-
had it.
They had
They
it.
had
They caught
it.
lightning in a bottle ever
After
since Survivor Series.
TLC,
2000, TLC.
They had it.
Hell in a Cell. They've been catching lightning in a bottle with Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey,
And
and
Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair since SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They had it.
They had it.
and they
had it.
fucked it up.
Yep. And it's easily... Now, we're going to get to the match. Now, so the match, I'm
It's
sure, is
gonna-
going to be amazing.
And the New York crowd is going to go crazy.
It's going to be amazing.
They are going to sing Becky's freaking theme song like a flute.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Like a
nice.
what?
Flute. I don't know.
Oh, I thought... like a flute.
I don't know.
Do you sing the flute?
The match is going to be great. And let's just thank God for that.
The
I mean,
payoff's going to be great.
now,
I really feel like this is just kind of bleeding in to a 4 horseman match at SummerSlam.
could be.
I'd be okay
I
with that.
I think honestly, what I think is going to happen is Ronda, either way, to Charlotte or Becky, is losing the title at WrestleMania. She's going to take 3 months off when SummerSlam comes back. Now that she's already been established as a heel, you have the other 3-4 horsewomen on NXT who are all heels. And then you're gonna have Charlotte and Becky swallow their pride and be like, now we're seeing a force that we can't stop. Because Ronda's gonna come back, she's gonna want vengeance. She's gonna try and get Shayna, Jessamine, and Marina by her side, and they're gonna bring her in and be like, you know what, we need to get Bayley and Sasha.
That honestly sounds fantastic.
Speaking of which, what do we do with Becky, with Sasha and Bayley at Mania?
Oh yeah, right.
Multi-team
Women's
match.
tag team. Fuck it,
Team from Raw, team from SmackDown, team from NXT.
Sure.
Done.
Sure.
Shirai and Shirai and
Shirai and
Sane.
Sane.
but they're gonna be in the
Iconics.
Iconics and
and Sasha and Bayley. Just
And
move
that-
on.
Nia and Tamina.
I kind of want Beth Phoenix and Natalya.
Beth-
Oh
Thanks
yeah,
for
they're gonna
telling.
use that, right? We forgot to talk about that. I mean, it's just so mediocre. Like
It's probably gonna be Sasha and Bayley, pin up strong, Team Oof, which is Nia and Tamina.
Oof, Team Fug and Oof.
Tamina, Nia,
Ooh.
and then maybe
Iconics.
Maybe Iconics.
All right.
Tamina.
Because someone has to eat the pin from either Bayley and Sasha, the two big ones, or pin up strong,
Two fellas.
the two big ones.
The Iconics.
Oh god.
All right. So
Hey big guys, how are you? Oh my god.
Tamina just headbutted the referee, and now he's in concussion protocol.
I
So
break
now-
face. I do botch.
yeah. So do you think Charlotte's gonna remain on Raw after this is all said and done, or do you think she's
Yeah.
gonna go back? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all four of them.
Maybe you throw Ember to SmackDown now.
I think Ember to SmackDown, Nia to SmackDown,
I don't know.
And then
what the fuck
Tamina
you
to
do.
SmackDown.
and Tamina.
And Tamina retires. Got it.
Well, let's see. You're giving Raw the 4 horsewomen.
Yep.
Well, you're gonna need to have if my plan's gonna happen, then you're gonna need. Hey, I got the Braun Strowman Baron Corbin payoff right, so
Well,
listen to me on
well,
this.
we got to be real here though. Sasha and Bayley can do whatever the fuck they want. They can go between any brand.
Yeah.
Because they're tag
They-
champs.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that. So this is now we finished the build. What should happen is, yeah, Joe, I completely agree. You have Becky win. Becky's got, for God's sakes, Becky's got to win. You have Ronda take her time off. Becky, you know, whatever you want to do. And then yeah, Ronda takes some time, and eventually you just see her unite the UFC women, and that's how you get that payoff at Survivor Series. 100. I could just imagine her coming back pissed and just being like, we're gonna destroy
I
this
could
place.
see there being a match at SummerSlam. Say it's like Becky versus whoever, or Charlotte versus whoever for like the main event. And like once the show's about to go off the air, Ronda's music hits, and she comes out and
At-
goes, "I
at
didn't come-"
SummerSlam?
Yeah, at SummerSlam.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that'll be
And that's when the start
amazing.
begins.
Yeah,
Amazing.
And then she'd be like, "This time I didn't come back alone."
And they all show up.
and all
That
three
would be
come in, and they
And
swarm.
then
Outstanding.
Survivor Series main event.
Yeah.
That'd be
Like,
great.
Amazing.
They maul Becky or Charlotte. The other one comes down, tries to make the save. They get destroyed, and then it's like Bayley and Sasha.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So that's
we
how
gotta
you should do
this.
it. From what I hear, Charlotte is taking the pin at Mania. That's what I hear.
And then Ronda and Becky at Backlash.
Quite possibly.
Or
that's-
Money in the Bank.
the problem is what I do hear, and it's just the reality of this of what everyone is saying is Ronda has not officially made a decision whether or not she wants to leave.
So
and
she can
what
still win.
what 100% this
What the
hinges
fuck is she, Brock Lesnar?
all I'm saying is
What is it with these UFC people
what-
not deciding?
what it has. Oh, I mean, she could have decided, and this is just like rumors
Well,
for
because
the
like
rumor.
the rumor is she hasn't decided yet.
Yeah.
She's gonna take time off at some point.
If
it could
she's-
be after Mania.
If she stays, from what I hear, if she stays, she wins. If she leaves, Becky wins. That's what I hear.
I think Becky should win no matter what.
Of course, obviously, but I'm just
It
telling
just
you what I'm
makes
telling
sense.
you.
It's not even
And-
me being a fanboy at this point.
No. You're 100% right. I'm just weary of the old Vince McMahon saying, we'll give you this one, like we'll give you Seth. Like, let's just be real here. Are Seth and Becky both winning?
and Demon Balor.
Well, forget that. Let's just.
So the three-peat of that happening.
But let's just
WrestleMania.
get to the UFC.
You UFC people.
Those people, the underdogs. Are we really getting Seth, Kofi, and Becky?
You know what? I'd be okay
I
if
don't
it
know.
was Kofi and Becky.
No, it's gonna be Seth. It's gonna be Seth. I swear to God, Brock Lesnar's not walking out with that damn red trinket title.
I think
swear to
those are the
God.
most. No,
But
actually,
those are your three. Let's
He's
just
not walking out with the title that was made from Kane's ass.
let's just close with this, okay? Vince McMahon.
Who do we love the
is,
most?
Is Vince McMahon just knows that the way it always works is you get that tit for tat, and he
Right,
loves
what
to.
happened at WrestleMania when Roman beat Taker? We got the Hardys. We got something else really good too.
Yep.
And
There's-
then Roman
No,
destroyed
you mean we
Taker.
got Randy Orton versus Bray?
Well, no, he's saying that when you get the underdog people, these people that need to win the big belts, we never get it all.
When all the stuff
Ever.
that you want start to happen early
There's
in the
always
show,
one.
there's always a red herring towards the end.
That's
Always,
I think that's the big
consistently.
thing. That's the biggest thing I can think of that comes to mind is WrestleMania 30. Undertaker streak losing, and we get Daniel
and then we
Bryan
get
winning.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It happens every year. It happens every year, and here we are. We have Kofi, we have Seth, and we have Becky. We have three.
We also have Roman Reigns.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
he's
that's
not
a
in
given,
I'm
yeah.
talking like those are your three big matches. You have the two big belts on the side, and then obviously the main event. And you have the three underdogs facing Big Bad Ronda, Big Bad Brian, and
Big Bad Charlotte.
Big Bad Brock.
I like how you put Big Bad Brian in there as
But-
like.
It's truth. It's
I
truth.
think, in all honesty,
These are your underdogs going against big favorites,
Honestly,
and I don't think we're
I
going to
think
get all of them.
Kofi's the least likely.
I was about to say Becky
I have no idea.
because I
think
think
Kofi's the least
I think
likely.
Becky because you have Charlotte there,
the one I
and
feel
Charlotte could win.
the one I feel the best about is
Is
probably Seth.
Seth.
Is probably Seth, especially after the Shield stuff, Roman, and all
Yeah.
that. Chant. That's the one I feel the best about. I think between Kofi and Becky, one of them are going down.
And
I-
I think it's going to be Kofi.
I actually think it's going to be Becky.
I'm
I
leaning
think
toward when you put it like that. I think Becky's the most likely.
Because you just think about it. through the-
Charlotte could win.
but you just think
And
about
Ronda
it.
could
And
just
Ronda.
decide to stay.
You could just think about it through the card. You have Seth win great. You have Kofi win great, and then you get to the main event. And and guess how we'll close this fucking show.
But do
I'm
you
just-
really
With
want to do
Charlotte
that
winning,
when in New York?
I don't think that. You think Vince gives a shit?
They had
He
Roman
loves
win
New
the
York.
Oh, it's
Why do you
okay.
think he got so mad at
I
MSG
just-
for housing Ring of Honor?
I just. Yeah, that's how he gets his revenge.
Yeah.
They had Roman win the Rumble in Philly, even though he was booed the entire night.
Yeah, I just.
But they had The Rock come out, so they figured that'd be okay.
didn't work.
It
Anyways,
did not
Not
work.
if I had to pick one, and we'll get to the when we make our official Mania prediction. Chances
Yes.
are we'll all pick our underdogs because those are the logical choices. But if there's gotta be one, I
would
think
have
it's
to be Becky.
I think it's Becky.
As much as I love her, I feel like she has because Kofi, this is a great story, and this is probably the most logical person to take the belt off of Bryan.
Yeah, look how they're building this. They're just gonna, and then Seth is obviously the most predictable with Roman. Look how they're building this Becky crap. They haven't built it well, and it's the easiest one to see with Ronda possibly staying and Charlotte being Charlotte. You could see either one.
All three of them have the most likely chance.
Buckle up. That's
Didn't
all.
Vince have Rock lose the last time Mania was in MetLife? Didn't Cena beat Rock in the main event?
Yes.
So we don't always get what we want in New York,
So
No, we don't. We also got to see
especially in the main event.
Well, let's see. In New York at MetLife, we had Undertaker beat Punk. We had Triple H defeat Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
And we had
And
Cena defeat Rock.
So yeah,
It's always gonna be something, guys.
Yep.
Buckle up.
All right. Until next time, Audio Marks, I'm not doing an outro, but thanks, Sachem Public Library, for loaning us this iPad. Later.
Screw Jimmy.
And Jimmy, we'll talk.